If you're new to trading and are losing more money than you win, that's normal when you begin. So if you want to see how I do it, stick around. I'm going to do a live setup right now. Let's get into it. First thing that's important is you need to understand the market context. Are you going to go long? Are you going to go short? Which is preferred? That's the kind of information you need before you start to plan a trade. So I come here in PulseFlow. The health is very low, so it's very bearish. That tells me that BTC has probably stopped its little move up and has started to come back down again. And yeah, I'm right. Data doesn't lie. So yes, it was moving up here and now it's heading back down to this order block here. Let's hope it pings it again. Who knows? Okay, let's look for a live signal. I noticed this just before I started my video. I was delayed today because we had a power cut for about 2 hours. Nightmare. BATUSDT, bearish signal, so it's in a downtrend. It's a low volume tier, gets about $880 a minute on Binance. Is reasonably fresh, that it's going its own way, only 39 minutes. The VWAP bounce was 9 minutes ago, and the fair value gap with the breaker structure was only an hour ago. Bears are in control and it's accelerating. That's very good. Tends to bounce though before moving down. Let's go to the chart instantly and have a quick look at this. Okay, so you can see that we have that fair value gap there, but let me go ahead very quickly and do a setup of the usual things before I do the actual trade setup. Back in a minute. Okay, all I've done is put on points of control, including the point of control from yesterday, which is below us, which is always a good thing, and the VWAP, because we've just had the VWAP bounce 11 minutes ago, and as you can see, 11 minutes ago. I anchored the VWAP to 0-100 hours UTC yesterday. So you always move it forward at the start of a new trading day in UTC. So you can see that the code picked up, it had a bounce beautifully, it pinged down here. This kind of goes in line now, because if you remember, it said tends to bounce before moving down. There's a number of factors that tell me this could happen. One, it's come back down to this bullish fair value gap with the breaker structure here, and this bouncing off the VWAP. So what I'm going to do, this is what I call my initial setup. I'm expecting it to come back into here. The stop loss PulseFlow recommended was 3.98%. I can check that with the TradingView version of that. 3.95, perfect. And it's put on this lovely little red band for us to plan our stop loss. Let's turn that off. Let's put on order blocks. These usually tell us quite a lot. Oh, tell us a lot. Actually, PulseFlow again nails this stop loss beautifully, right? It said here, look, you can see that red band. There's a bearish order block here. You have to put your stop loss out of the way of any potential liquidity swing. So that is a good stop loss, 3.5-ish%. Now let's look for profit targets. As you can see, I put on points of control for yesterday and then previous points of control in the bearish direction. I put on a few here. So, first profit target, if you're very, very conservative, you go for 2% there at the POCY. You could go for 4% at the order block down here. You could go here and go for 6%. Remember, we have a bearish order block here that's been mitigated. That becomes a bullish breaker block. You have to go watch my video. I'll put the link above to watch that to show you what breaker blocks are. If you really want to, you can go for this kind of profit here, 9%. This is what I recommend. Oh, I've got even one further down, look, at 19%. This is what I recommend. Use these points of control as profit targets. So when it gets to, say, the first point of control here at 6%, take 20% off the table, 30%, 50%. It's up to you. Completely get out. It's up to you. Depends on your risk averseness, right? But take some of it off. Take some profits. Then if it drops to here, take some more. And if it finally gets down to, say, 19%, get out. You've got good profit. Leave it. So anyway, back to here. I'm going to just quickly look at order blocks on a different time frame. Okay, good. I was looking to see if there was any order blocks down at this point of control, or this one. There's one here, look, where they might get kind of bounced back up. So you can see here, it might be that this point of control here at 9%, there's a strong bullish order block on the 4-hour chart. Keep that in mind when you're trading this coin or trading any coin. Just look for these confluences that say this is where it might bounce. So you might decide based on the market at that point when it reaches down here, if it does, I'm getting out completely. I'm not just taking 50% out, I'm getting out completely. And that's fine. Back to the 15-minute. So for those that are new, this is what I do. The alert said it tends to bounce before it goes back down, and it's doing it right now. It's literally doing it right now. PulseFlow nailed it. Nailed it. It's literally bouncing back up into here. So if it comes up to here, that might be a bit rigid. Let's just say there. If it comes up to there and goes above this line here, if it comes up and then reverses, that's when I get in. If it continues to go up like this, to this order block, bearish one, then reverses, I would be lessening my risk and moving my entry back up here. So then I only have a 2% stop loss. Much lower risk, higher reward. So that's my initial one. That's what I'm waiting for. The final one is if it does not come into here, if it just suddenly turns around and goes down, I never chase. So that's it. That is our setup for today. We'll come back tomorrow to find out what happened. Please will you watch one of my videos down here, and also please subscribe, like and share, and we'll find out what happened tomorrow in the finished of this signal. Bye bye.